channel, you will want to hit that subscribe button, because this channel is full of drama, tea, and story times, and I'm a chick from New York. Everybody loves a chick from New York, and that's on period. Period. As you can see by the title, this story time is about the time my mom embarrassed me. Well, there's a few times my mom embarrassed me, but this time it's super funny and shit. I should make a story time. This video is probably gonna be short because one, I don't really have much receipts. There's no receipts to it because it's my mama, and two, it's just a little funny kiki. I thought I would film it real quick because it just came to my attention while I remember the story. So when I was younger, my mom tried to have me involved in a lot of different activities, but even though I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD, I always said that I had ADHD because every time I would start something, I would get bored and want to do something new. So when I was younger, I was playing steel pan at a point. I was in dance. I was in gospel. I was in the church choir. I was in cultural dance. Like, I was doing so many things. But in the beginning, I would be super excited to do it, and then after a while, I'll be like, all right, like, I'm bored. I don't want to do this anymore. This particular, I wouldn't consider it, I don't know if I can consider it an activity, but I grew up in a Roman Catholic household. So if you're in a Catholic household, or you've been to Catholic church, or you're from the West Indies or from St. Lucia where it's predominantly Catholic, you would know that you would have to do your first communion, well, it's baptism, then first communion, then confirmation. So at this time, I was going to confirmation classes so I can confirm. So if you are a Catholic, like I said, you will know exactly what I'm speaking about. So I wouldn't say I was super interested in it because I was never really like a super religious child or anything like that. It was kind of something that I had to do because my mom was very heavy in the church, and she was just very, yeah, basically religious, and those are the steps I would have to do to grow up as a Catholic adult. So I had to do it, but I did have some sort of interest in it. So at first, my confirmation classes were Saturday, every Saturday, and I would have to go to church on Sunday. It was about like 2 hours long, I believe, and you just basically go, it's like Bible study. For the basic church goer, it's basically Bible study. So I would have to go on Saturdays. And then after, from Saturdays, it switched to Wednesdays. So I guess in total, in order to confirm, it was 4 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's 3 or 4 years. So the first 2 years, I went on Saturdays, which was easier for me to do. It would be like Saturday morning for an hour. And then the last 2 years, they switched it to the middle of the week, Wednesday evening, like 5 p.m. So in the beginning, I would go to school, and then I would go to confirmation class on Wednesdays. But as I started to get older, I started hanging out with different people and stuff like that. After school, I wanted to hang out. Now I'm like 13, 14. I want to hang out after school. And a lot of my colleagues, associates, I wouldn't say friends, but the people I would hang out with at the time, they wouldn't understand why I was going to church Bible study on a Wednesday. And I felt like it wasn't cool. Don't get me wrong, God is cool. But I felt like at the time, it would be kind of lame to try to tell people like, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I gotta go to church school. So I would just basically tell my mom I was going to confirmation school, and then patrol, like hang out with my friends, and then go home after like nothing happened. It got to a point where the leader, the teacher of my confirmation class started contacting my mom and telling her like, hey, your daughter hasn't been coming to the confirmation class. Is everything okay? She needs to come to all the classes to confirm. And my mom, like I said, my mom was super religious. She took this shit so serious. Like, she took this class so serious. She was on my tail. Like, you have to do your confirmation. You better be going to the classes. And I'm like, I would go 2 Wednesdays, and then I would just ditch it again. Because to be honest, it was like, don't get me wrong, God is cool, but it was very boring. Like, I'm 13, 14. I want to hang out with my friends. I don't want to spend my evenings. And then after school, you go there, and then they give you homework. So you have your church homework and your school homework. Like, it was just very draining. I was trying to explain that to my mom, but try to explain it to a West Indian religious woman that you do not want to do something that she wants you to do. So this one specific day, I did have to go to confirmation class, and I told my mom I was going, but I ended up going to the park. So there was a park near my house that I used to hang out with, Wingate Park. I used to hang out there because all the cool people used to be there, and it's also in high school, so people from that high school used to be like in the park and stuff. So I did not go to confirmation class, and I was at Wingate Park. I don't know who, what, where, how my mom found out that I was at Wingate Park. I don't know who snitched on me, and if they did, I want to know what the reason behind it was, because like, sis, mind your business. You see me at the park on a Wednesday, why are you telling my mother? But all I know is I thought I was cute in the park with my friends chilling or whatever, probably talking to a boy if I'm not mistaken, you know, trying to be grown enough and think I'm slick, think I'm doing something out here in these streets. And one of my friends is like, yo, ain't that your mother walking? And I'm like, my mother? No. Because in my head, I'm like, why would my mother be coming to Wingate? 2, she should be at work. 3, why would she be coming to the park? My mother don't go to the park. She's not a person that plays sports, run track, none of that. She don't work out. So there's no reason my mother would be coming to Wingate Park. So I thought the girl was just pulling my leg. You know when somebody trying to be funny, like, look at your mother. So I'm like, yeah, girl, whatever. She like, no, for real, girl. Look at your mother. I'm like, where do you see my mother? I look up, I swear to you not. My heart sank, okay? My heart sank because, one, I know damn well I'm supposed to be in confirmation class. Like, my mom took that shit so serious, and she just spoke to me about going to confirmation class the other day because the teacher was calling her, telling her I'm not there. And then 2, I also lied to her. Like, I think she was texting me and I was like, yeah, I'm walking in right now. Like, I gave her a step-by-step letting her know that I'm there and I was not there. So I lied to you and I did not go to my confirmation class, so I know she was about to tear me. And the fact that she wasn't at work and she had to come bring her ass to find me in the park, she's definitely gonna tear me. So I really started panicking. I was thinking like, damn, do I run? Like, how do you run? At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to go home. So it's either you take your ass whooping now or you take it at home. And I really should have just ran now that I think about it, because it wouldn't have been as embarrassing if I pulled up home and got my ass cut, because ain't nobody home to witness it. Like, girl, I don't know if I went through a fucking state of shock, but I really panicked. I didn't know what to say or what to do, so I just stood there and let her approach me. And my mom has a very thick St. Lucian accent, like thick. And one thing about her, when she used to tear me apart, she would yell at me in English and patois. If you St. Lucian, patois, Creole. So she was going half and half French, English, bombing me in the park. I can't even tell you verbatim what she was saying. Like, she was bombing me. Just know she was bombing me. She really pulled up and she was like, I can't believe you doing this right now. Where you supposed to be right now? Where you supposed to be? And I'm just stuck. And I'm like, listen, I'll take all the yelling. You could yell at me in English, Spanish, French, Creole, patois. I could take that. Just please don't hit me in front of the people out here, because they're gonna cut my ass forever. Look, we what, 10 years later and somebody's still bringing it up. I was just like, please don't tear me, don't tear me. And what she did, I think she had grabbed me by my, I think at this time I had box braids. She definitely did grab me by my box braids and started walking me around the park towards my house. And every few steps she gave me a lick. Like, she was really licking me. I don't remember if she did it with her hand on her belt, but I knew I was feeling them licks. But you know, when you get to a certain age, like, getting beatings don't faze you. I got to the point in my life, at that point in my life, I got to the point where my mom would beat me, and it's like, I just think to myself, was it worth it? And more than likely, it was worth it. I'm not gonna lie. I would just take my ass beating. I would go have fun knowing that I'm gonna get my ass tore by my mother, and it'll be like, you know what? It's alright. The ass beating gonna last you about 2-3 minutes. This is the time of your life you having right now for 3-4 hours. I feel like that's a good deal. Let me know. 4 hours of fun versus 4 hours of fun for 4 minutes of an ass beating. I'll take that any day. I was living my life. I mean, I'm not saying go be disobedient towards your parents and stuff. I'm just saying that's the way I was processing things when I was younger. I was doing a lot of crazy shit, and it was worth the ass beating. So she was whooping my ass, and you know what's crazy? I was more concerned of the embarrassment than the actual beating. Like, I wasn't hurt by the slaps, the pinches, the plucks, the yelling. I was just more embarrassed that, like, damn, when I go to the park tomorrow, they gonna tear me, they gonna cut my ass for eternity, because my mom pulled up to the park and dragged me by my box braids because I did not go to confirmation class. My mom really tore me from Wingate Park to my house, and that's like 2-3 blocks. And I believe it was like around May-ish where it was kind of warm already, so people was outside on my block. So not only did I get embarrassed at the park, but once I hit my block, the whole block was outside, and I was getting embarrassed from one end of the street to the opposite end of the street. I was getting my ass beat, and I said she was letting me have it in English and Creole, and she was just more like, it was just a lot to it. It's basically because I lied about where I was, which is very dangerous, and I think about it as an adult now. I understand why my mom would get frustrated with me a lot of times where I would lie about where I'm at, because it's dead ass a safety hazard. Like, I feel like you shouldn't lie to your parents about where you are, because there's a lot of things happening around the world, and it's best for your parents to have an idea of where you are. Like, I get it, it's bad, but I feel like at that time, when you know you're supposed to be somewhere, you're not gonna be bold. It would be very bold to me for my mom to text me and say, oh, are you at confirmation class? And for me to be like, no lady, I'm at the park. Like, that would have been a bold move. So I thought it was best for me to lie, but it is very dangerous, because what if something had happened to me on my way to the park or leaving the park? My mom would be under the impression that I'm in confirmation class, would not be thinking that something could be happening to me. So it was mainly like because I lied about where I was, and also because she just literally spoke to me about going to this class, like going to confirmation class. The lady really spoke to me, called her and spoke to her the other day and told her like I haven't been attending, and she really sat down and like, yo, what are you doing? And I told her I was gonna go, and it's like she gave me the level of responsibility and trust to go there on my own without her having to chaperone me to make sure I'm going or nothing like that. And I took advantage of that as well. So I think that's why she was like super aggravated. And what aggravated her the most, like I told you guys, the confirmation class was between 3 or 4 years. I don't remember. I know it had some years. So it's like, it was like my last year. Like, I was supposed to do my confirmation in like a month, and my mom was like, bro, all right, whatever, maybe you don't want to do this, but at this point you already completed damn near the whole thing. You have 1 month left. Why would you start slipping up now? Just get it over with. Like, you almost about to do your confirmation, get it over it, go to the damn class. It's an hour or 2 hours a week, literally an hour or 2 hours a week, and then you're done. You're gonna do your confirmation. And this was very this is very important to her, because she was a religious woman, so she was just pretty much pissed off. But like I was saying, she tore my ass. I ain't gonna lie, she tore my ass from Wingate to my house, and then when I got home, I got my ass torn some more. And from that point on, listen, I was 14 or 13. From that point on, my dad had to come pick me up from school, take me to religious class, sometimes wait for 2 hours until it's done, or an hour and a half, and then take me home. So there goes my trust. She didn't even trust me enough to go to the confirmation class on my own, because she had to catch me at Wingate Park. So my father really had to pick me up and take me all the time, and she made sure I did my confirmation. So yeah, at this point, at 25 years old, I'm a confirmed girl. Your girl is confirmed. I'm not gonna lie, don't get mad at me, mommy, no shade, but I really don't understand. I did not understand the point of that. But that's another story for another day, because literally nothing in my life has changed since the confirmation part. But yeah, it's just religious practice, I guess. It meant something to my mom, so I made sure I got it done. At the end of the day, if it's important to her, it's important to me. But yeah, that was the story time when my mom glazed my ass in front of everybody. People still give me kicks about it. People still cut my ass about it, make little jokes about how my mom was tearing me up and down my street. I wish I had a receipt for y'all, maybe a video, but I don't. It was just a short story time I thought to record real quick, because I was just having a conversation with someone. If you like this video and you want more story times, more interesting story times, I have a story time playlist, guys. Somebody requested that I make a story time playlist, so you guys could go watch all my story times, all the juicy tea ones with receipts and all that. And if you're new to this channel, you will want to hit that subscribe button, because this channel's on the road to 10K. We mad close. I fuck with y'all. We almost there. I got something for y'all for that 10K. So tell a friend to hit that subscribe button, because we're on the road to 10K. After 10K, it's 11K, 12K, 13K, 14K, 15K. It's up and it's stuck. Period.